All right, Tiger fans, the day is finally here. Today, the Tigers will face Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl Classic at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. on ESPN. KMU8's Grace Gillis is outside the stadium with more on what the team is doing hours before the game. But before that, let's send things over to KMU8's John Murphy. John, you got to experience a battle between Mizzou and Ohio State even before the game. What can you tell us about that?
Jordan, I did. I'm actually outside Globe Life Field, home of the 2023 World Series champion Texas Rangers. Now back to the band. The Battle of the Bands yesterday was epic, but before it happened, I got to catch up with the band at a practice at a local Dallas high school. I spoke with a member who has her own unique kind of homecoming story coming back to the Dallas area, but there's really no words I can say that'll tell the story, so I'm going to let the music tell it.
From Millsap, Texas. It's a tiny little town about an hour west of where we are right now. I play the piccolo. Really cool because this is like 350 of my best friends, so especially one of them's my roommate, so it's cool having to have him here and hang out with him in basically my hometown with an asterisk on it.
Oh, it means everything. We love taking our MIZ on the road to connect with everyone across the United States and certainly here in Texas.
I feel like we're going to play a lot of traditionals, which is probably our strongest point because our traditionals are just super cool and it's like my favorite thing to play all the time. And I think that is really like what brings Mizzou to life is our like traditionals. MIZ.
Now, we'll have live reports on the official Mizzou tailgate, which is going to happen right here at Globe Life Field later today. For now, live in Arlington, Texas, John Murphy, KOMU8 News. And we're going to turn it right back to Jordan because it wasn't only the band practicing yesterday. He's got more on a performance that you could call golden.
Thanks, John. Yeah, our team also got a look into how the Golden Girls prepared for the Battle of the Bands. They said a performance like this one is the result of an entire season's worth of practice. They went out to rehearse with Marching Mizzou. They said working with the band can actually be a bit of a learning curve. It's because they have to work with different terminology between the two groups, but they're accustomed to learning quickly. They say they have 30-plus routines, and the whole group can learn one in about 45 minutes or so. KOMU8 spoke to two fourth-year members who say they have a lot to be thankful for. It comes as the Cotton Bowl will mark their final football performance of the season.
This team, this environment, the Mizzou fans, it's been amazing. I just haven't experienced anything like it.
At the end of the day, we all have the same motive to be here, and that's just cheering on our team. So no matter if we're cheer, band, or Golden Girls, we're still all here for the same purpose.
The Golden Girls say they're glad to end the season on a high note. They're set to have several performances today, including a Cotton Bowl halftime performance with the band. The Mizzou Tigers had a season to remember, from a 61-yard field goal to a last-minute fourth down conversion. This season has had some unforgettable moments. So let's step back in time and remember the Tiger season before today's big game. This season, the Tigers had something to prove. It's been the team's mantra the entire season, and they definitely have proven themselves. The season started against South Dakota, but it wasn't until the game against K-State where the Tigers showed their full potential. The hero of the game?
Mevis kick on the way! It's good!
Mevis, the best kicker I know, baby.
Harrison Mevis, also known as the thicker kicker. He made a record-breaking 61-yard field goal to bring home the final 3 points that gave the Tigers the win.
It's just doing the little things right.
Yeah, I mean, this week, it was just a different mindset. I mean, truly, this game was revenge.
And speaking of revenge, last year Tennessee beat Mizzou 66-24, but this year the Tigers had a Superman during the game.
What an incredible day that little Superman had for us. I can't call him the Smurf anymore. He's risen to a new level. He's Superman now.
Running back Cody Schrader became the first player in SEC history with 200 rushing yards and 100 receiving yards in a game.
The whole recipe of this whole thing is work.
The Tigers played a game for the records. But how can we forget the game against Florida?
Sideline he goes! MIZ!
According to ESPN's analytics, Missouri was given a 0.1% chance to beat Florida when trailing with 38 seconds to go.
4th down. Gotta have it, and he gets it!
But the Tigers took that chance, and with 5 seconds left in the game, they scored the 3 points they needed to win.
Just a super special finish. I'm just so proud of the seniors, and this senior night's probably meant the most to me.
Tiger fans have shown up for the team this season with 5 straight home game sellouts.
I'm hyped, man. I'm excited to be a Mizzou fan.
The support also shines farther away from home, with tickets for the Cotton Bowl selling out in less than 18 hours.
I had planned on going if the game was going to be in either Atlanta or Dallas, and once it was announced that it was in Dallas, I already had a ticket claimed.
As for the Tigers,
the start of the year, there was a poll about would we even make a bowl game.
this season is proof that the team did in fact have something to prove.
Instead, we're one of the, a top 10 team in the country that's going to a New Year's Six bowl game.
Let's send it now to KMU8's Grace Gillis. She joins us live with more on Mizzou's final preparations. Hey, Grace, good morning.
Well, Jordan, it's officially game day here in Dallas, and the Mizzou Tigers will kick off just about 12 hours from now, right inside AT&T Stadium behind me. And yesterday, our KMU8 sports crew heard from both head coaches ahead of the big game. Eli Drinkowitz says his Tigers have their eyes on the prize.
I mean, this is why you coach college football.
2 coaches, 1 trophy. Mizzou will have to overcome Ohio State to claim this year's Cotton Bowl, a challenge head coach Eli Drinkowitz says the Tigers are ready to embrace.
We play in the SEC. We know what tremendous challenges are. The one thing when you watch their tape is you see a team that is very similar to the elite teams in the SEC. They're built in the trenches. They have dynamic playmakers on the outside. They're going to play man-to-man, in your face, check your breath defense, and you're going to have to make plays.
According to Coach Drink, the Tigers have been dialed in this week, starting with offensive stars Cody Schrader and Brady Cook.
You can tell the level of focus that him and Cody have displayed all week. They're really here to play and play well.
But that didn't just happen overnight. The pair, along with Luther Burden III, have been dedicated to their craft all season long.
Those 3 together have had a tremendous impact on our team, and I think it's been because of the dedication that they've put in outside of just the games. Their work ethic, their preparation, their lifestyle outside of the game of football reflects on the field.
Culminating in this season's New Year's Six Bowl.
We're excited to play, and I know our guys are ready to compete at a high level.
While the Tigers and the thousands of Mizzou fans here in Dallas are ready for tonight, we'll have continuing coverage of all of the festivities, including our Mizzou Live Extra, our Mizzou Extra live from the Cotton Bowl special tonight at 6. Reporting live in Dallas, Grace Gillis, KMU8 News.
Thanks, Grace. And even though today will be Mizzou's 4th appearance in the Cotton Bowl Classic, the game's history goes back 88 years. This is also coming to us from KSHB. Before the Cotton Bowl was played at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, the Classic got its start at Fair Park in Dallas. Some of the biggest names in football have hit the turf, and the stands can tell quite the story. Behind the X's and O's are the storylines between the hash marks. For more than 3 decades, Charlie Fiss was in charge of knowing them all. The former communications director for the Cotton Bowl is now the game's official historian. Missouri's biggest Cotton Bowl win actually came in 2008, with Tony Temple breaking the 54-year-old record for rushing yards.